Okay, I am here right now with Scott Sauter, who is the director of Weekly Rental, and he's taking us behind the scenes tonight on filming of the show. So, first of all, tell us a bit about the film. What are we going to watch tonight?
Tonight, in particular, you're going to be seeing a little bit of an action scene between two of the characters in the film, where our villain comes to the store that the whole film's set in, and wipes the floor with the one of the heroes.
Fair enough. Yeah. So you've directed action and stuff like that before, or this is a new experience? Or?
I've directed some action before, nothing quite like what I'm doing tonight, so nothing big, really big scale. We've done like a couple of little short films that had some punches and stuff in them. But this is the first time I'm actually working with like a stunt coordinator. Normally we plan this sort of stuff out ourselves, like the actors and stuff, so we just kind of like go for it. But tonight, hopefully it'll go a little bit smoother with the stunt guys in. So that should be great.
Excellent. And so, what are your plans for this film? Like, where is it going to head? You're looking at distribution. How's this all going to work?
Yeah. Ideally, we'd love to get a cinematic release. Probably independent release in Australia. Hopefully with stuff like Madman, who I've had dealings with before, and Hopscotch, and Dendy. Dendy would be great. So the kind of the Australian. The hub of like getting independent Australian movies off the ground and things like that in terms of distribution.
Sure. And you're talking about potentially using the film industry circuit. You know, the like earlier tonight you were talking about. Like so the festival circuit is fantastic in terms of like love to hit San Francisco, LA, and New York independent film festivals. They're fantastic in terms of like underground comedy, which this is very much is. I definitely foresee this being a nice kind of cult DVD film thrown around kind of between like nerds and stuff like that. Fair
it's
enough.
Very much a nerdy comedy, so yeah.
Yeah, if we put that one in somewhere and then we just have a shot of Luke just flying through the air going...
Well, I'm fine.
We've got the mats and everything.
Yes,
we've got the mats. So once again we're talking about earlier tonight that you've had some experience with another film before, taking it through the festival circuit. So tell us a bit about that previous history.
I in 2007 I made a short film called Dead Down Under, and it basically got noticed by an independent film company who came to me and said, we'd like to make this into a feature, would you be happy with that? And they kept me on. So I ended up co-writing the feature film itself, and then I got to stay on production as a producer, and I was like 17, and it was the best experience ever, and I learnt more in that than I did in my film degree, that's for sure.
Fantastic, yeah.
So yeah, it's a fair bit bigger. Well, we're pretty much on a shoestring here, budget.
Sure.
This movie had like a $50,000 budget.
Yep.
So it's pretty big, and I learned a lot on that, and then that movie's heading into selling now. And we already had dealings with Madman and stuff like that.
Yep.
So deals have kind of been struck and talked about.
Okay.
I kind of want to follow the same formula because it worked and it's the same sort of underground. It's a very that film Dead Down Under.
Yep. And
this film Weekly Rental are very much I think a more American idea of an independent cinema than the Australian model that's currently floating around, which is boozy mates comedies.
Yep.
Terrible family dramas and things like that. We're kind of going for like the American pop culture thing.
So you're hoping that audience don't come and want to slit their wrists basically after having seen the film,
much,
essentially.
This is not Beautiful Kate.
Excellent, good to know. No. I think that just about does it. Can't think of anything else to say. So thank you, and I look forward to getting behind the scenes and seeing what happens tonight.
Awesome.
Cool. Thank you, Scott.
Guys.
You ask me.
So hi Nathan, you're the stunt coordinator for Weekly Rental. So tell us what your background is to be here today.
Okay, well I have a black belt in Taekwondo. I've studied Kung Fu under Max Austin. I've done a whole bunch of martial arts. I've basically been doing martial arts for the past, more than a decade. Not as long as some, but passionately.
Fair enough.
I've done Taekwondo competitively and worked on a lot of different productions. I've done a lot of musical theatre. I've choreographed fight scenes for every musical theatre production I've ever been in, practically.
Fantastic, yeah.
The barricade scene in Les Mis is lots of fun.
I can imagine. And so what type of tone and what type of style is he bringing into Weekly Rental?
Well, we're kind of going for a bit of a comedy theme here, so it's going to be a bit of fun.
Yep.
Lots of big hits, not too much blood, well, not in the fight anyway.
And I'd say you also bring the safety element. I think we've got a couple of, or at least one non-professional fighter here, so you're trying to bring that safety element in there as well, but yet that realistic feel at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. Particularly when you're working with people who don't have a lot of fighting experience, you need to make sure that you bring that safety element in. Otherwise, that makes for a very short shooting schedule.
I can imagine. Awesome. Thank you.
No worries.
Okay. Action. Cut. Dropped a little. Way too fast.
I can do this one.
Cool. Action. Sorry, it takes so long. Okay. Action. Cut.
Pumped to be pummeled tonight?
I'm kind of ready.
The mat's worrying you still?
Pardon?
The thickness of the mat?
Oh, yeah, oh. It has to be broken in. The only way to do it is to fall on it, so I guess now's a better time than any, so.
Have fun.
Thank you.
So tell us a bit about your character, seeing I've got some time here.
Sure, yeah, I play Andrew Moore. Andrew is a struggling musician. Musician, I'll try and get that out. And he wants to tell our high school sweetheart how much he cares for her, and he's either able to do it or chicken out. So
fair enough.
Them's the breaks.
And what's the setup for this fight scene tonight? What leads into this?
Yeah, it's kind of actually out of nowhere.
Okay.
There's kind of an interesting transition between a different customer and it basically comes straight out of the power cutting back on, and I'm looking for this person, not even knowing where they are. And all of a sudden another person appears.
Nice.
And there's no real introduction or anything like that. It's just straight to the business, and he thrashes me all over the store. So, yeah.
Alright, have fun with that. Okay, so we have Joe here, who's the other member of this scene, and he's the pummeler. So, how'd you get involved with Weekly Rental?
Yeah, I've inquired about an acting course with Actors Studio, I think, and then I got an email from them, but I couldn't actually join with them. But then I got an email for an audition for this movie.
Yep.
And then I came and met Scott, and we did 2 auditions, and I finally got the part. So.
Okay, so this is your first movie to be involved with?
Yeah, I did a movie before in India.
Yep.
And that was a couple of years ago, and I came to Australia about 5 years ago, so in the first couple of years I guess I was pretty busy settling down and all that sort of stuff. So just only last year I started that I'm going to think and try to do something related to movies like they did in India. So,
absolutely. And how are you handling all of this action side of things? Having never done it before, how much fun are you having? You seem to be having a good time.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good because I haven't done, even though I did a movie before, but I haven't done any action sequence for that.
Yep.
But I think I was pretty sporty from childhood, so I think I can handle those action scenes.
Well, it looks like you're doing a great job. Thanks for chatting with us today.
Thank you.